Another dumb Silent Hill take. This is going to be a series of mine at this point. It's just going to be called Another Dumb Take. Last time I got on Jacksepticeye because he had a terrible Resident Evil 5 take that I absolutely could not ignore. And this time, this is a extremely dumb take by somebody I actually respect a lot, especially being a Capcom fan, a diehard Resident Evil fan at that. I don't follow Spherehunter on Twitter or anything. This literally just popped up on my feed because it was going ape shit. Like, everybody was getting on her neck. Like, everybody was pissed off by this. Before I even get into this, if y'all know who Spherehunter is, you are a diehard Capcom fan and a diehard Resident Evil fan. She covers a lot of horror games, mainly Capcom games, and I actually liked her content, okay? I'm not somebody that has something against Spherehunter because a lot of people, the last couple years from what I heard, they do not like Spherehunter. They feel like she just turned into a dick and all this other stuff as she got bigger in the content creation game. But she works with Capcom now, which is something I dream of, just to have a job and a career in the gaming industry. That's just like my goal, you know? So she's made it big. She's put in the pain. She's put in the work. But enough of all that, you know, glazing or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's time to get into why I'm calling bullshit on Spherehunter. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is not no attack Spherehunter thing or nothing. I actually like Spherehunter a lot. But I call bullshit out when I see bullshit. So this whole nuclear bomb that just erupted about the Silent Hill 2 remake started with a simple tweet. And she came out and tweeted, just to let you know, I am not playing the Silent Hill 2 remake. Don't expect any coverage of that game from me. Now, that seems like it's not a big deal because, you know, if somebody doesn't want to play a game, who the fuck cares, okay? But the reason why this is such a strange tweet to a lot of people is because Spherehunter is known for covering horror games. That's literally all she does. She covers horror games. Mainly Capcom games, which is the big deal with this. For her to randomly just come out and say, guys, I'm not fucking with Silent Hill 2. Don't ask. Don't expect nothing from me when it comes to that game. Now she continues on and tweets, I'm extremely disillusioned with remakes. I'm tired of these companies not having any faith in creative to come up with fresh stories and ideas. I'm sick of the mindset of, well, if the remake does well, maybe we'll get new titles. Respectfully, you can hold that. I won't. Play Signalis and Alan Wake 2. Now, I'm going to tell you why this is such a complete bullshit statement and a hypocritical statement by Susie. Don't get me wrong, a lot of us are tired of remakes, okay? Unnecessary remakes, not remakes as a whole. This whole statement of, I'm tired of these companies not having faith in their creatives to come up with fresh story and ideas, it's kind of bullshit because Silent Hill has came out and had a whole roadmap and rollout for Silent Hill's return. They came out with an original Silent Hill game. Now, I don't think it was good, but they still came out with a new Silent Hill game, a free-to-play Silent Hill game. And if I'm not mistaken, there's another one coming out. I forgot what it was called. Then there's a movie coming out. So there's so many fresh ideas coming with the Silent Hill 2 remake. It's a whole rollout. This is Konami saying, hey, the series is back, and we're letting you guys know we are invested into this series again. It's already bullshit that she says something like these companies are not having any faith with their creatives to come up with fresh stories, ideas, because Konami is following the Capcom roadmap of how they're doing things. Remember when Capcom came back, they came out with an original game, Resident Evil 7. You had Resident Evil 2 remake. Then they came back with a Resident Evil 3 remake. Then they came out with Resident Evil Village. We got 2 brand new games and 3 remakes. Capcom kept the fresh ideas while implementing the remakes that everybody's been begging for, and for the modern audience, so they can gain a whole new fan base to make Resident Evil bigger. And you see how that turned out. Konami's looking at the same exact thing. Mind you, Silent Hill 2 has been in the graveyard for years. Everything after 4, people consider garbage. So it's smart for Konami to sit there and say, you know what, if we want to resurrect the Silent Hill franchise, let's put out a remake. Let's see if we can gain new fans, and let's see if we can make the old fans happy as well. Because the old Silent Hill game, mind you, Silent Hill 2 remake is a early 2000 PlayStation 2 game. The gameplay is fucking awful. Now, do not get me wrong, Silent Hill is beyond the gameplay, and it's kind of impressive that the game is so amazing with the gameplay being so fucking garbage in every game. It was time for a do-over. It was time for a makeover. Silent Hill didn't need a remaster. It needed a full-blown makeover for the modern audience. To their credit, looked like they knocked it out of the ballpark from the gameplay and the trailers that they shown. Unnecessary remakes is one thing. Like the Last of Us games, the remakes that we've been getting from Naughty Dog, lazy as fuck. Nobody asked for them, nobody needed them. The Horizon Zero Dawn remake that just fucking came out of thin air. Nobody asked for that, nobody needed that. Those are unnecessary remakes, but remakes of classics that did not age well or needed in gaming, I don't give a damn what anybody says. It is absolutely 1000% needed because there's a lot of people that didn't get to experience those games back in the day. You might have had strict parents like me. That's why I never got into Silent Hill when I was younger. I just got into Silent Hill probably like 3-4 years ago. You have the modern audience who are a little bit younger and now they're going to get to experience something that they weren't around for, or they were just fucking babies back then from those games. So I appreciate remakes more than the average gamer. The remakes are a necessity in gaming, in my opinion. And it's just ironic that Spherehunter works for the fucking company that is the fathers of this shit. They're the godfathers of this shit. Nobody does the remake remasters like Capcom. Nobody does. Nobody. You can't name me anybody that does it like Capcom. They've been doing it since the Resident Evil 1 remake. All the way back in the day. And yes, a remake, not a remaster. Fuck off. So it's kind of ironic that she's coming out saying this about Silent Hill when you're synonymous with loving and covering every Capcom remake. I seen people in the comments saying, well, you know, oh, those were years ago. She could, you know, get tired. People change or whatever. And I know she has little cucks or whatever that's walking around defending her blindly because she's a female creator. And, you know, when you look at some of her comments, they just glaze the hell out of her. She could be as wrong as fuck and they'll still glaze her or whatever. If you do not think this is not a hypocritical statement coming from her of all people, I don't know what to tell you. It's even more funnier is that she was just sitting here glazing the Soul Reaver remastered on the 25th. This is extremely exciting to me. I love Kane and Roz, whatever her name is, so much. Once upon a time, I was a Scott. You get what I'm saying. She was excited. She's covering the remaster. And not too long ago before that, she's playing the Dead Rising Deluxe remaster and, you know, showing it off. I love Remake Jesse and Dead Rising Deluxe remaster. So what's the problem with Silent Hill of all games? You notice the trend, Capcom game. Now, Soul Reaver isn't a Capcom game, but it's still a remaster. If you're so fed up with the idea of these companies not giving creators freedom to come up with fresh ideas, you wouldn't be showing any of these games love. You wouldn't be playing the Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. You wouldn't be fucking talking about Soul Reaver. In your statement, that's pretty much wasted resources. Why not put those ideas to a new game? Why don't you make a new Soul Reaver? Why don't you make a new Dead Rising? You know what I'm saying? So it's very hypocritical. But I'm going to tell you what it really is. Spherehunter works with Capcom. We all know this. Konami is trying to get Silent Hill back on track. This could just be a bias thing. She could just literally be like, I'm Capcom. Fuck Silent Hill. I'm not fucking with it. And don't ask for me to play it. I'm not covering that game. She wants to sit here and throw a smoke bomb like she's sick of remakes and remasters and stuff like that, when it really isn't the case. She's just not going to give Konami any attention. She's with Capcom. It's that simple. It's really that simple. At least that's my opinion. And then I like this comment here. Somebody says, so you're done with the Resi remakes too. She says, I've been saying this in my most recent videos if you actually listen. I'm going to tell you why that's bullshit. She works with Capcom. She is absolutely not done with Resi remakes. She's saying this now, but in a couple years when that Resident Evil 5 remake drops, she will absolutely be covering it. And she will be happy about it. And these comments will be deleted. The status will be deleted. Or it will be a situation where somebody is like, this you? If you honestly think she is done with Resident Evil remakes, that is ridiculous. I don't know what to tell you. But Silent Hill has been putting out fresh content along with the lead up to this Silent Hill 2 remake. Capcom has given us fresh content along with the remakes. This is not a Naughty Dog situation where you have Neil Cuckman and the rest of the squad just pushing out Last of Us director's cuts and remakes that aren't fucking needed and no new content whatsoever. It's not a situation like that. So again, that is dumb. That is an absolute dumb take. But then somebody brought this up and I didn't even see this. So this is her reacting to Silent Hill 2, I think behind the scenes or something. And I'm gonna just play it. You can just see the hate that's stemming from her.
The next part, I want to see my friends. Are those developers? Here, let me see. I don't really care what Yamaoka has to say. All right, bro. Yeah. You're really good at throwing a brick in a washing machine. I get it.
You're really good at throwing a brick in the washing machine. It's so disrespectful, especially to a legend like Yami. I don't want to botch his name, but especially a legend like him. Extremely disrespectful. But you can see that there is some, you know, a little bit of hate there, man. I'm just saying. And this person said, the same person said this: trust me when I say we don't want your coverage. You can't even appreciate an original developer that worked on the game. And this is why I'm so glad people keep the receipts in the bag. And when people come out and just say stupid things, you can always go back and you can just pull some out on them, because that was absolutely coming from a hateful heart. You know what I'm saying? So it's no surprise that she even had this type of energy with the Silent Hill 2 remake whatsoever. It's not the fact that it's a remake. It stems deeper than that. You cannot work for fucking Capcom and say, I'm sick of remakes, when you cover all the remakes, and you have been glazing these remasters that are essentially remakes, because Dead Rising is essentially a remake. It definitely is, in my opinion. It is definitely a remake. It's not your typical remaster, hence the deluxe remaster. It's a remake. It's definitely a remake. Only thing that kept it away from being the typical Capcom remake is that the story is intact. It plays out the same way it did in the original. They didn't really switch anything up. You work for Capcom. You could literally go walk into Capcom's office and say, why don't y'all put this towards a new, fresh idea instead of bringing this back? But no, you were covering the game, and they're saying you love this and that and this and that and this and that. You don't like the censorship, all that shit. So I mean, save it. Only her little cucks are gonna fall for something like this. But I see through the bullshit. And somebody made this picture with basically, this is everything I just summed up. That's essentially what she's doing, and it's very clown behavior. Is not needed in gaming at all. But somebody right here says, I had to bookmark these because it was so much to keep up with. If you don't want to play the Silent Hill 2 remake, it's fine, but don't turn into a self-righteous act about how you want to see new games with new ideas. Also, isn't it hypocritical to say this when you cherish every RE remake? Like I said earlier, synonymous with Resident Evil and Resident Evil remakes. She covers the hell out of those remakes, and she loves them. I don't care if it was years ago. She did not just change her mind out of thin air after she was just glazing the Dead Rising remaster and the Soul Reaver remaster. Just look at Silent Hill 2 that's been announced for like 2 years and then just finally say, I'm so fucking sick and tired of remakes. No, it's coming from a deeper situation. It's some hate in that heart. She blindly just disrespects the hell out of her goddamn fan base. And they're so blind, they didn't even realize it. She had to delete the tweet because she sounded like an asshole. I seen this before it was deleted. She says, I love posting controversial gaming tweets and watching people go insane. One day later, posting a selfie and watching everyone go, oh my God, marry me. This is what happened when y'all glaze these females and make them feel like they all that. They feel like they can just do shit like this. That is, if this is not a big fuck you to her fan base, I don't know what it is. She literally said, I can say any controversial thing, and then when I post a picture of myself, all you're going to do is fucking glaze me. That's all that's basically what she's saying. So I just found that extremely funny. I would have loved if she just stood on business and just fucking kept it up. She realized how much of an asshole she looked towards her fan base posting that. But I just thought that was fucking hilarious. So then somebody screenshotted this as well. She says, obviously, also, if a remake or remaster looks good, I'll play it. I personally don't think the Silent Hill 2 remake looks good. I don't. So obviously, this is just more hypocritical shit. You just went on a tweet rampage saying that you're sick and tired of remakes, and then you're gonna go and comment and say, obviously, if a remake or a remaster looks good, I'll play it. You're all over the place because you know you don't make any fucking sense. You look like a clown. That's why everybody's on your fucking helmet right now. You look like a straight clown, and I'm just being real. I like Spherehunter, bro. I like her content, but she looks like a clown right here. How do you go on a tweet rampage saying that go play Alan Wake 2 and Signalist or whatever the hell it's called because they're fresh ideas and you're so sick of remakes, but then you say obviously if a remake or remaster looks good, you'll play it. Make it make sense. First it was you're sick of remakes, so you're not going to play the Silent Hill 2 remake. Now it's the Silent Hill 2 remake doesn't look good, so I'm not going to play it. Which one is it? Which one is it? What I find funny, and I feel so bad for Konami, and I figured this out the more I covered Silent Hill, Silent Hill has one of the strangest fucking fan bases I have ever encountered in my life. Probably the worst fan base I have ever encountered in my life. Now, obviously, she's not a Silent Hill fan, but when you have your OG fan base wanting your game to fail and they are not even trying to give it a try, and they're just hateful, and they're gatekeeping, they don't want nobody to enjoy the remake or whatever, they don't want no new fans or anything. I got told, because I didn't play Silent Hill 2, but I played 1, 3, and 4, that I'm not a real Silent Hill fan. I shouldn't cover Silent Hill videos because I missed out on Silent Hill 2. Make it make sense, man. That's just, Silent Hill has a very weird fan base. And I'm not talking about all of y'all, but a lot of y'all are fucking weird. I'm not gonna lie. When you have those type of people, and then you got somebody that's just ignorant as Spherehunter is right now, spewing hate, and you know her fan base is pretty big, it's just annoying. I see people really getting fed up with the Silent Hill 2 hate train that's been going on lately, and I'm sick of it as well. It's fucking corny at this point, and it just makes me appreciate the Resident Evil community even more. I fucking love y'all. I'm glad I'm part of the Resident Evil community or whatever, but you just see the difference night and day. When you type in Spherehunter, this is what you're gonna see when you come to her page. Resident Evil 2 Remake 5 years later. If I'm sick of remakes, I'm not revisiting the Resident Evil 2 remake. I'm just not. I'm not about to make another video on it. I'm mixed on the Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. And I believe because I watched this video already, I believe it was because of censorship and all that other shit. But you're still covering the remaster. Okay, cool. Omnimushu Samurai, I believe this was a remaster as well. Resident Evil 4 Remake Separate Ways. This was a year ago. Look, year, 8 months. 1 month, 4 weeks. Resident Evil 4 Remake Story Analysis, that was a year ago. Dead Space Remake is perfect. That was a year ago. At this point, do y'all get what I'm saying when it comes to this girl, bro? Like, I don't understand. Well, I do understand it because it's just coming from a hateful spot, and she works with Capcom as well. So that's two things that go with it. But if you think this woman is sick, if you don't think this woman is hypocritical for this take, I don't know what to tell you. I don't care if you are a cuck or one of her cucks or not. She is absolutely 1000% hypocritical, and she's all over the place, and the shit just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Just say you don't fuck with Silent Hill and the people that make Silent Hill, and I will respect that a lot more than a dumbass take. I will respect that a lot more than, oh, I'm sick of remakes or remaster, but obviously if it looks good, I'll play it. That's just dumb. So remember, from this day forward, October 1st, y'all seen this video. Mark my words, come back to this video in a couple years, and I guarantee you, she will be covering the Resident Evil remake. She will be covering more remakes and remasters. Like she said, obviously, if the remake or remaster look good, I'll play it. And again, it is perfectly fine. If you do not want to play the Silent Hill 2 remake, if you don't like it, if you don't think it's your cup of tea, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with not playing a fucking video game. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to spew out hate and your reasonings are just dumb as hell, nobody's going to respect what you have to say, and you will get clowned. People will be on your head. So this has been another dumb take. I'm actually happy to see people stand up for the Silent Hill 2 remake and just stand up to a content creator no matter how big they are, and just call out bullshit. Do not let these content creators, these bigger content creators, because for some reason when content creators get bigger and bigger, they just start getting on bullshit and just want to spew out negativity and all that other stuff. Do not let them slide. I don't care if you like them. I don't care if it's your favorite YouTuber. As simple as that. If I was ever on BS, I would want y'all to let me know, hey, nah, you're on BS. You're hypocritical. Let me know when I'm wrong. I'm happy to see this. I really hope the Silent Hill 2 remake does numbers, and I hope it does well. I have a prediction videos for the score review coming out as well. Definitely gonna take a look at the reviews when the embargo lifts and everything. I did have to get a refund for the digital deluxe edition. I did want to play it 3 days earlier or whatever, but I'm gonna be in a wedding, so I'm not gonna be able to play it early, so I just got a physical copy, and y'all get my opinion on it when I finish it, or in the middle of my playthrough as well. Hopefully I can like maybe do some videos playing it or stream it, something cool like that. Thank you guys for making it all the way to the end. Thank you guys for all the support this channel has been getting. I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all letting me know how y'all feel about this whole Spherehunter Silent Hill 2 hate situation. Yeah guys, I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. Appreciate y'all. Peace.